Y'all know.
That's my mama.
That's my mama, y'all.
What's she gonna say?
You know, you never know what she gonna say.
That's my mama.
You go ahead and tell her.
What's she gonna say?
Woo-wee. Tell her, mama.
That's my mama.
What's your word for today?
What's she gonna say?
You know what? What?
What's she gonna say?
What she gonna
You
say?
know my mama.
Yeah, I do.
What's she gonna say?
Yeah.
That's my mama.
That's my mama, baby.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
know.
That's my mama.
That's my mama, y'all.
And it's recording. Okay. Y'all notice. Hi, everybody. My name is James Battle Tested Clay. And my special guest tonight is my mom. Number one guest, number one interview, because everything starts right there. So, you notice we sitting alike. So, I'm only going to ask her a few questions, and I might interject here or there, whatever, or she might ask me some questions. But the first question, from your perspective, who is James Clay?
That's a small question, but also it's a huge question. James Clay is my third child. James Clay is his own person with his own personality. He's different from a lot of other people. And a lot of people don't understand him. He is very wise. He is very smart. He was a straight-A student. And I think that he could be a whole lot more, have more positions than what he's chose to do. But now I think he's on the right track of learning who he is himself, and that's the most important thing, is that he knows who he is. But this is my son. Can't you tell? We look alike.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think so, Jay? Don't you think you look like your mom?
I'm prettier.
That is so
Yeah, I know where I got it from. So, out of all of the things that I've done in my life, I want you to pick the thing that you was most proud of and the thing that I probably hurt you the most in. Let's do the hurt first. Let's get that one out the way.
Okay. The number one thing, which you guys probably won't think it's the number one thing, is that he could not hold a cheeseburger, a sloppy Joe sandwich, or no kind of sandwich. He would cry trying to hold it in his hands. And I tried and I tried and I tried to teach him how to do it. Until this day, all the foods, all the ingredients still come out the other side of the sandwich. So he couldn't handle that. So
How was that? How was that? The
most hurting.
yeah.
Because I didn't feel like taking that back to you every time that you ate. And you cried over something that you couldn't do because you know you always like to be number one in what you do. But now, and that's a true story. But the biggest thing is when he went to prison. He broke my heart. I was hurt. I was so disappointed. I didn't understand what was happening. But as time went on and we visited him in the prison as much as possible, I hated to go visit him because I didn't want to leave him when it was time to go home. I wanted to bring him out with me. But once you get used to going to the prison and talking to your child, it's not as hard. But the biggest thing is knowing that they are locked up away from society like they're a nobody. And I believe that everybody is somebody and everybody makes mistakes. So I'm not taking up for him not being there because that's between him and God. But most mothers should know that your child does not deserve to be locked up. So that's what we say. So when it comes to the court system, they do what they do, and that's the most hurting thing that I think that it's hard to get over that. But we've come a long way now, a long, long way. And basically, probably if he wouldn't have asked me that question, it's not even in my mind about him being in prison because that journey's over. We're on a new path now, we're on another journey. So, but you know that sometimes people won't let it go, but it doesn't matter as long as God and him know where he's going and where God's taking him to. He is doing excellent, and I'm proud of him for that.
As a matter of fact, we just came back from the documentary premiere that was done by the University of Dayton law students in collaboration with the Montgomery County Reentry Office and Montgomery County. So got a chance to see that. So saying that, and I've done a lot of things in my 53 years. Most proud moment when I finally held my sandwich.
No. The most proud thing is when he graduated from high school. That was awesome.
High school?
Yes, high school. How many kids are not graduating now? How many of them think that that's not no big deal? How many kids can't get a job now because they don't even have an education? Some of them don't even have, what do they have to get when they don't have a GED? Is that what they try to get?
That's a GED
They
when they don't
go
have a
back.
diploma.
Right, so it's hard to get jobs. So I was proud of him because I said, anybody and all of my children, God, I want them to graduate. I have 5 children and every last one of them graduated. So I'm proud of him for doing that. I'm also proud of him for wanting to help people.
I said one, but I ain't gonna stop her. Go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, you know when I talk, and I just
No,
tell the truth.
I'm just saying. You can say 10. So I'm.
Oh, because your brain was swelled up. Oh my God. But I was proud of that, and I was proud of when he came home from prison that I tell you, he did not stop to get where he is today. He didn't.
Speaking of that, a lot of people don't know. When I was in prison and she used to come visit me, I used to tell her what my plans were years before I came home. Years. If without me telling it, I'm gonna let her tell it.
He was always talking about how he was going to take care of me and his dad when he came home. And he was going to just try to be the best that he could be. And you know what? He is being the best that he can be. He is taking care of me, even though he's not the boss. He tries to be the boss, but he can't forget. I asked him earlier today, did you have me or did I have you?
Y'all know y'all gotta let them think they the boss, but they know.
No, there ain't no thinking in this. This is knowing. You're the one that's thinking. But I can name a whole lot of things right now that I'm proud of. His job, his working with the reentry program and helping others out and helping other prisoners that have inmates that have gotten out and need a place to live. A lot of them come to him to talk to him to see what should they do, and he knows quite a few of them that he was in prison with, and so when they get out they notify him, even though they trusted him there, but it took a little bit that I heard for them to like him, but they wanted to kick his butt up in prison.
They
and
did.
They did.
They they did.
But now that they call him, they want to surround him, be around him. But he is a great help. I believe he knows where he's going, what he's trying to do, and everything that he said he was going to do, guess what? He's doing it. He's doing it right now. But he tried to put me on the spot, but can't y'all tell I'm smarter than him? By
Now,
my conversation.
y'all see where I get it from, but I want to say this. And so, yeah, we are recording now, but eventually once we're done, everybody's going to be seeing it. It's going to be everywhere. So I want to tell you that I love you. You never gave up on me when I was being stubborn and hard-headed before prison, and said, James, you're not doing what God told you to do. You're not doing what God told you to do. I was reckless. I was arrogant. I was prideful. I thought I knew everything. I didn't listen to anybody. And I put a post up the other day about a praying mom. You know, I know dads pray too, because I'm a dad and I pray, but this is about moms right now. And to come across that highway, the thing that broke me when you would come visit me, I seen the physical toll that it put on you. It's like you aged drastically.
I did.
And I felt complete responsibility for that. All the trials and all the court hearings, and you tried to be at everything, and you trying to drive up and down that highway and having to get shook down and through the metal plates and all that other stuff, and the writing of the letters and taking the phone calls. That's what it was about to me. And I didn't deserve it. I was a knucklehead kid just like everybody else. And no kid, we think we know everything at 25, 30, 35 years old. I'm going through it right now with my kids, but anyway. Appreciate you. I love you. And I love living with my mom. You know, a lot of people put a stigma about a man living with his parents, but we live together.
Amen.
And
you know what, on that part, I don't have to worry about him coming in the house drunk, because he don't drink. I don't have to worry about him coming in the house because he's on drugs. He don't do drugs. He never has done drugs. Smoking cigarettes, he can't stand cigarettes like I can't stand cigarettes. And I am not putting anybody down for what they do, because it's not my business, but my children are my business. And when I see my mother pass with cancer from those cigarettes, I try my best to encourage people, particularly my friends. You don't need those, you don't need those cigarettes. You're hurting yourself. But I basically didn't have to fuss, fight, or anything with James, or basically any of my children. And if they did it, they sure hit it good, because I didn't see it. But anyway, I love you too, James, and none of us are perfect. And some of us are in prison because, and we're innocent. Some of us are in prison because we did what we did. And some of us are in prison because we needed more love and more support from our families. Instead of us talking about one another, we need to support each other, love each other, and even in the wrong, that we need to still support them, because everybody was perfect. What kind of world would this be? Then it would be time to go to heaven then, because we're all good. But God understands my situation, James's situation, and your situation. And if you let him, he'll fix it like he did James and myself. Because I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to be all that I can be.
I'm going to say one more thing. We used to play Scrabble, 500 rummy, and I used to win everything.
Oh, now he's lying.
Come on, y'all.
Now he's
You
lying.
just heard her say how smart I was.
Yeah, but I'm smart too. It wasn't about me, it was about you.
But I was.
And you cheated.
You know why I let her win?
He didn't
So I wouldn't get no whooping.
Listen. Now y'all know. Y'all see what I had to do?
Can you see her trying to whoop me?
We be running all
She's
over
to
the
tear
place.
us up, boy.
I'd catch him. And I used to tear my kids' rearing up.
Man.
I love all of my kids. But now they're a pain. They treat me like I'm the child. I'm not the child, I'm still the mom. But I love being a mother. I was a mother to a whole lot of children. And tried to do the best that we could do. But I thank God that he kept me when I couldn't keep myself.
I just want to tell everybody, love your parents, love your mothers, love your fathers. No parent is perfect. I already did that speech a few weeks ago. One day you're going to be a parent. You're going to be an overseer. If you can't have kids, you're going to be watching somebody's kids. You're going to be looking out for somebody's kids. Honor your mother and your father. As your days may be long. And I honor my parents so much, I might live to be 120. Who knows?
I know by then God's going to take me on home, and that will be a blessing if he's going to live to be 120.
What you doing? You might hang out.
I ain't hanging out with you no more. I'm going.
You be 140 something.
I'm going on home.
All right, Mom, I love you. Thank
Love
you.
too. God bless you.
That's it. That's how we do it. And that was only 15 minutes.
I ain't doing nothing. Okay. You good?
No.
Okay. See the nickel? Okay, so I'm gonna stick this on here.
So, no, you picked us out. You are a loser.
Get your butt out of my face. Okay, now go ahead and look in there, and you're gonna see the nickel in there. Thank you, baby. Look in there. Oh, damn.
I hold it while you looking
Now,
there.
you can go ahead.
You gotta
I'm
get
just gonna hold it
super
while you
close.
looking there. Ain't gonna do nothing
Super
there.
close. No, that's not close enough, Grandma.
You're not going to put no water in my face.
Grandma, look.
I
You
see
gotta get
it.
super. No, you gotta like.
I see the nickel. No, I am not doing that.
Grandma, you're not doing the trick right.
Yes, I am, because I can see it's about the nickel being in the bottle, right? There's a nickel right up underneath there. I see it.
Gotta go in the bottle, Mom. You
Yeah.
gotta watch the nickel go
It'll
in the
go-
bottle.
Yeah. No, what? You
The
go.
nickel
If
will
you
go
put some
in.
water in my face, I swear I'm going to pour all the water I see on you. And I will chase you in these woods like a hound dog.
Grandma, no.
And you put water on my face and on these glasses, I'm going to pour this on your head. You go to get it, okay. I see it. What are you doing? I'm the one looking. You get ready.
Grandma, no, you gotta put your eye like right
I
on
just
it.
did.
No,
I
you
see
wasn't
it.
close enough.
Okay, you get back.
That's not how the trick works, Grandma.
You're not going to trick me if I put water in my face.
Right, Grandma.
That was a good one. That was a good one right there.